Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy KingZulu again here on the Motion Network, here with another episode talking about politics. And we are talking about the impeachment inquiry that is still going on with your president, Donald Trump. And yes, the inquiry is still going on, but there are some hiccups along the way, as we all would have guessed, with our fearless leader. So, in case you haven't heard, over the past week, there has been revealed that there is a second whistleblower. So, a second person has come forward with some incriminating evidence against our president, Donald Trump, and his dealings with the Ukrainian government in regards to withholding U.S. aid from Ukraine. Yes. So, in exchange for some insight into Joe Biden and his son and helping out Donald Trump's campaign, which obviously you cannot do. It is illegal. So that is why the House of Representatives and the Senate has finally introduced articles of impeachment. So moving on, Gordon Sondland. I had to look at my notes because it's a weird name. Now, this guy, Gordon Sondland, is the American ambassador to the European Union. And he was in contact with somebody from the White House via text message, which is the wrong thing to do in this kind of situation. And if you're Donald Trump, you are like, come on, man, forehead smack. Why are you texting back and forth information about what I may or may not be doing? So that was the case. This guy, Gordon, was texting somebody in the White House, and he's been pulled out of the testimony, I don't know, somehow 5 minutes before his testimony to the U.S. Senate about this impeachment inquiry. He was somehow blocked by the White House for giving his testimony. So that is that's pretty weird to me. So the guy had these text messages. He was going back and forth with somebody. Don't know who that somebody is, but he had incriminating text messages. Also, Rudy Giuliani has been tweeting some incriminating stuff. I mean, if you can follow all these people. I mean, he's pretty much telling on himself anyway with some of the shady stuff he's doing, like saying that he wouldn't do that, but then saying that he wouldn't go and talk to the Ukrainian government about Joe Biden and help his campaign, but then saying that Biden should be investigated, and it's just a lot of stuff that he's done over the past 3 years he's been in office, and especially now since he's under fire and he could be impeached. So they are asking for his tax returns. I mean, they digging up a whole bunch of stuff from Donald Trump, and I think this is really serious. And one thing, I said in the first video, I talked to you guys about impeachment, how long it takes. I mean, the Senate is looking at by Thanksgiving getting him up out of there. So very exciting stuff. I mean, every day it seems like there's something different going on between Congress and our president, Mr. Trump. So stay tuned to that. I will keep you up to date with the information that I receive, that I research. And this, like I said, every day, every hour, something could be happening right now as I'm recording this. And, it's just going to be another story. Like I said, just a recap. There's 2 whistleblowers now. They're protecting both people's identities. They pulled one guy out of testimony. These testimonies and these hearings were supposed to start immediately. And the White House blocked a key witness and a key testimony. So stay tuned. Some very exciting stuff. Speaking of witnesses and testimonies, we talked about the Amber Geiger trial last week, and there's been a bunch of outrage and a bunch of reactions to what happened as far as the sentencing and what happened after the sentencing, and how the judge hugged the Amber Geiger or whatever, and felt some compassion. However you want to feel about it is however you want to feel. I mean, me personally, I believe in forgiveness. I believe that's that's a step in moving on and moving in the right direction. Just because you forgive somebody don't mean that you condoning that person's actions. But for me, I couldn't imagine being in the brother's shoes. I couldn't imagine being in the judge's shoes. You know, you just don't know how these people are feeling. So everybody just try to love one another, man, and just try to be cool. That's all. That's it. But going back to my original point, speaking of witnesses, a key witness in the Amber Geiger trial, Botham Jean's neighbor, Josh Brown, over the weekend was killed, was shot to death. And here recently, a couple of days ago, the Dallas Police Department released a statement showing that they arrested 2 people, and their story didn't quite add up. If you don't know the story or haven't followed it, they said that 3 guys from Louisiana drove to Dallas to buy some weed from Josh Brown, and it went bad. Drug deal went bad. It was about 12 pounds of weed and $4,000 left in his apartment. So drug deal went bad, and they shot him and killed him. And I guess they drove back to Louisiana, and they arrested one of them. So yeah, this story's not adding up. I honestly don't believe how none of this shit could happen. I mean, here, I done bought weed before, and I don't give a shit if the weed was free. I'm not driving 4 hours to get no weed. It's weed. You can get it from anywhere, especially now. And they left 12 pounds of weed and $4,000 cash? Who are these niggas? Excuse my language, but who are these niggas? So yeah, Dallas Police Department, we don't believe none of the shit you talking about. So good news is the family has launched a private investigation. They've hired private investigators, and they've launched it on Dallas Police Department. And, you know, we'll find out a lot more here in the coming months and in the coming year. Hopefully it doesn't take that long to figure out that they bullshitting. So what's sad about it is not only that the young man lost his life, but it's sad that was the Botham Jean's family's kind of like key witness and key testimony in the civil trial and the civil suit that they're going to file here pretty soon against the Dallas Police Department. So yeah. Stay tuned for that one. I'll have more as that unfolds as well. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Motion Network. We really appreciate it. Every view, every like, every subscribe, every share. We really appreciate it. Stay tuned with us, man. Stay tuned with us. Later this year, we're going to have some big stuff going on. We're going to have some stuff. Yeah, here I am about to tell y'all everything we're about to do. And none of it's set in stone yet, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it big. We're going to give back to the community, and we're going to give back to y'all because we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. If you have any feedback for me, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, or whatever, fuck you too. Yeah, I'm using bad language this week because I'm mad because they got a lot of dumb stuff going on. And I'm sorry if you don't like the language, but yeah, whatever. Listen to the Touche podcast as well. If you don't like my language, you definitely ain't gonna like theirs, but you'll like their content, man. It's funny stuff. 2 sisters who are doing well, and they are very respectable in their opinions, but they just gonna give you their raw, uncut stuff. And they shout us out, so we're gonna shout them out as well. Just showing that love to and support to our community. So stay up, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Again, like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate it. And have a good one. Bye-bye.